Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. Well, as most of us spend a lot more time at home, our eating habits are really changing and not for the better. Joining us now to help us navigate more mindful habits is Kelsey Lorenz from Great Lakes Pace. Thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you. Tell us, Kelsey, what is mindful eating?
So mindful eating can look really different to a lot of different people, but in its essence, it's really just the practice of gaining awareness and connection between our bodies and the food that we're eating. And something that can be really hard for a lot of us to do is that this mindful eating should really happen without judgment. It's just getting used to feeling the connection between our bodies and food. And there's a lot of different ways that we can practice mindful eating.
Kelsey, how can we be more mindful now that we spend so much time at home?
Yeah, our days today with the executive stay-at-home order are so different than what they were a few months ago. One of my very favorite and the easiest thing to do if you are a newbie to mindful eating is to get used to doing check-ins with yourself. And you can do this whether you have so much extra time now that you're spending time at home with your meals, or if you are eating your meals with children and family and they are so much more chaotic than what they used to be. One of the ways that a check-in can work is just different points throughout the meal. So do you mind if I share just a quick exercise that everyone
please
can do at
yeah.
home
We'd love to hear
mindful
it.
Eating?
Yes, that sounds great. Go right ahead.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite ways to get started with it. And I mentioned the check-ins. So before you start eating, this is when it starts, is asking yourself what actually sounds good. Because so many times, especially if you're a meal planner, you might plan your meal, then you're going to start eating something that doesn't even sound good to you. And it's going to be really hard to be satisfied if you're eating something that doesn't even appeal. So asking yourself what sounds good, and then kind of gauging how hungry you are. Doing that before you even start eating can kind of put you into the mindset of, okay, I'm already familiar with how my body's feeling right now. And then the next check-in point is halfway between your meal. So when half of your food is off your plate, checking in with yourself, putting your fork down and saying, okay, how do I feel? Is the food still tasting good? Am I full right now? Am I still hungry? And then the third check-in is about an hour after you eat to ask yourself, am I energized by what I ate? Am I satisfied? Am I full? Am I still hungry? Just kind of checking in on how you're feeling after that meal. Doing these 3 check-ins take no more than 20 seconds each one, and it can really help us kind of realize that connection that we have between the food that we're eating and how it's making our body feel.
I love those check-ins. That's perfect. That's great to keep in mind. Also, Kelsey, what are some staples that we can keep around the house to help us maintain a healthy and balanced diet?
It's hard now because we're not supposed to be going out of the house so often. We're not supposed to be going to the grocery store so often. So getting fresh food that's going to last, maybe more than a week when we're used to going to the store every week can be really hard to do. Some staples that I really like to have is any type of frozen or even canned fruits and vegetables. Because those are the things that are going to go the fastest after you go grocery shopping, is that fresh produce. So having a supply of frozen vegetables, frozen fruits that you can add to smoothies or thaw and add to yogurt. And also keeping in mind that the fresh produce that you do buy, buying maybe more apples instead of fresh berries, because berries are going to go really quickly, but apples generally can last, up to 3 to 4 weeks.
Those are great ideas. Now, you know what? I've been doing a lot of smoothies with the frozen fruit and vegetables. I know I've been doing that a lot recently. So what other types of ideas for meals can we do?
Well, for a meal that's been kind of fun for me and my family to do, I've got children at home and we've all been spending a lot of time together. One of our favorites have been to make flatbread pizzas. And I really like to use naan bread. We buy the mini ones, and we can all add our own toppings using either produce that we have chopped and frozen in the freezer, adding that to it, canned fruits. I like fruit on pizza. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But we will make our naan bread pizzas, and then they also freeze really well. So you can assemble the pizza, add your, have your flatbread, put your sauce and your cheese and your toppings, freeze them, and then layer them. And once they're frozen, and put them in a bag, and then you have super easy and much healthier frozen pizzas for quick meals or snacks when you guys need them. So yeah, those have been saving us lately.
Me too. I'm right with you, Kelsey, because I'm a superhero when I make pizza. When we do, and it's a fun family activity too. We can all do it together, which is really cool as well. Thank you so much for calling in to us. We really appreciate all of your tips. Great tips that you gave us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Well, if you want any more information at all about Great Lakes Pace, check out the Hot Links page on WNEM.com.